is there anything that you could think of that may appear to be a negative of working with me? Like, is there anything that I can do to improve or?
No.
Yeah, that's all the time we got. Thank you. Hey, it's Joey, and I'm super excited to be able to do something that I've wanted to do for a long time, which is have a video testimonial from one of my clients to kind of discuss the good, the bad, and hopefully not too ugly of the job that I did for them while on their home buying journey. So here I am with one of my favorite clients, and I know I say that about all my clients, but she's my favoritist, Liat.
Yay!
How's it going?
Amazing.
Great. I know it's been a little bit since we've hung out, but
Yes.
you know, I'm really appreciative that you're doing this for me. And so I want to give people kind of like an idea of what it's like to work with me. And I feel like you and your husband, Ariel, got an inside look of exactly what it was like on the home buying process with me as your guide. So, I mean, kind of like start from the beginning. Like, how did we end up meeting each other?
I mean, first of all, I just have to say you're like the guru of real estate. Like anything that we need to know,
You heard it here first.
I'm very unbiased, by the way, guys. How did we meet? I went to an open house that you had. I went with 2 kids, and we looked at the house in the area we were living in at the time, Valley Village, and we had to run out fairly quickly, but you gave us your card, and that same night we had texted each other, and here we are today.
Amazing. And it kind of started like, you know, things didn't happen like right away. Like we kind of like there was like a part of it where I knew you guys wanted to buy the house next door to you for a while, and we kind of investigated that, and that didn't pan out. And then you kind of like moved on from Valley Village to where we are now, which is in
Agua Dulce, California.
Amazing. You took me to a great place.
Yes, this is a great place, guys, but we're gatekeeping this, so please just
So let's talk about this, because you guys were first-time home buyers at the time, correct? Okay, so tell me about like the experience that you had, like the emotions that you guys went through, because you know we were in escrow on a different house prior to this one, and I knew that one was a little bit disheartening. So I wonder if you can kind of describe like how we worked through that, and maybe things that I had done to guide you along the way to kind of like get us to this point.
Well, first and foremost, you always told us that no matter what, you'll have our back, and you did. You said if we needed to cancel, we can cancel. If it's not the home for us, we need to cancel. I loved the house, but there was a Burger King drive-through in the backyard.
That's right, in Sherman Oaks.
In Sherman Oaks.
Yes.
And my husband went to see the house at night, and then all of a sudden you can hear through the backyard, "Welcome to Burger King, how can I take your order?"
Yeah, not usually a big selling point for a house.
Yeah. So after he came home, he's like, "No, we're not gonna listen to this until 6 a.m. every day. Like, it's not possible." So we were in escrow, and we did have to cancel.
Right, rightfully so.
Yeah, and it wasn't the house for us. And then we got to thinking, you know, what we can afford and what we want to get for our money. And it wasn't in that area.
Right.
So we had to think outside of the box, and here we are today.
Amazing. And this wasn't even the first house in Agua Dulce that we kind of like had our sights on.
Right. We had a sight on one amazing house that you found that came on the market, and we were like one of the first people to go and see it.
Right.
We put in an offer. I think we were actually the highest bid, but we didn't get it, which is, I'm so thankful we didn't get it.
Right, and still a mysterious, I just don't even understand why we didn't get the house, but Liat, one thing I really like about you and that I learned from you during this experience was that you were constantly very passionate about, you know, things happen for a reason.
Absolutely.
And that really, like, I really took that to heart, because that really came true, I feel like, in this circumstance.
Absolutely. This house is our forever home. Like, it's amazing. We are just in awe. We keep finding things like in the area I feel like we're in the center of town here, and it's not really a center of town, but we have everything we need here. And the school district is amazing.
Right.
Like, there's so much potential for growing a family here. The previous house that we didn't get, it was beautifully, staged. It was aesthetically pleasing. The kitchen for me was like perfect for filming.
Right. Because Leon, I'm going to post her channel in the comment section, so you guys need to follow her.
Of course, follow and like. But when this house came, it was like, I just knew. And my husband was like, no, it's not like the other house. He was comparing it.
Right.
And then he was like, it's okay if we don't get it. I'm like, no, this is it. This is what we were waiting for. And now he's just so thankful. Like, he's like, I can't believe I even liked that house before.
That's so interesting, because that's like something I tell my clients quite often, is that, something better will come along. Something
Absolutely.
that you'll like more, that you'll be more passionate about, will come to the table. And it happened. And don't get me wrong, like, it was a little bit of a, like, I know Ariel had to kind of like,
Yeah. We took a month
Yeah.
off. We took a month off. I think we saw 9 or 10 homes here before this home. And, everything just from this home and from the whole process of starting the offer until escrow, everything was a breeze. It was just, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And it was. And it just, we got it December 31st. It was our Happy New Year, move-in.
I remember that specifically. That was great.
It was amazing.
Right.
So thank you, Joey.
Yeah, it was so great too, because I remember I was in Europe for the very first time on a family trip, and that's when you guys closed.
Yes, and we were moving in, and we dealt with the seller's realtor, and she brought us the keys and everything. It was just like, it was really, really nice. And the house, I just have to say, it was the cleanest. The cleaning crew that came here, it was like, wow, I really missed the way the house looked when I moved in. But yes, amazing, really amazing process, progress, everything.
But that was something interesting that you just mentioned, where kind of how everything went seamlessly once you found the right house. Because, for example, like the Sherman Oaks house with the Burger King, we did inspections, and there were a couple of hiccups that came up to where there were like several like roadblocks for you guys, where it was like, you kind of like realized that you weren't really sure about the house. Like, there was like mold that we found, and
there was something in the bathroom with the tile and the grout, and it wasn't properly installed, and it looked like there were going to be future issues that we could see. My husband is also in like the construction industry, so he knew things to look for, and I was just looking at the kitchen. But yeah, it just like, it was almost like we were looking for things that were not meant for us, I feel, that could have led to him making that final decision of, this isn't for us. And to be honest, I have 5 kids, and it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath.
Right, that would have been hard.
It would have been very hard. We would not have been able to host. Our furniture would not have fit in there.
No.
But we just wanted to stay in that area, so we were willing to compromise space just to be in that area still.
That's really interesting too, because if you can't get past the things that are wrong with the house, then you really have to ask yourself, is this the house for us?
Right.
Like, is this the one house that we see ourselves building a life in, memories and things like that? And if you cannot, then we got to get out of there.
Yeah.
Because I truly believe that you got to love the property that you're writing an offer on. Like, no matter what, even if it's an investment property, like, you got to have that sort of like passion for it to know, like, this is the one for you. This is where you're going to like raise your family in. So, and it was great, because when we found this one, like, I started seeing that more in you guys.
Absolutely.
So,
within a week of us moving in, I mean, the move-in process was so easy as well. We were all of our paintings were put up the same day. I mean, it looked like we had lived here for a year on the move-in date. Like, we were on it. And then within a week, we had already had a birthday party for our son who turned 4. So we moved in December 31st. His birthday was January 9th. So we already started making memories this whole year. We have a wedding that's coming up in August that we're doing in our backyard. We're providing our yard for events. we've had multiple parties, multiple events. It's just like, that's what I love to do. I love to host, so it's just perfect. And we actually do have a community here, which was a beautiful surprise. And we even have a babysitter. She comes like almost every day.
That's
like,
awesome.
Where could you find a babysitter in the middle of nowhere? You can.
Right.
You absolutely can.
And what you guys have done with the place, like since I saw it last, is just like night and day. Like
we have a farm now.
Yeah, I mean,
we have animals.
This is like so you. Like I feel like this is like even
That's what I wanted.
Even from your house in Valley Village, when I would go there to like talk to you guys about contracts and stuff. Like I feel like this is like so your style.
I've manifested it.
Yeah.
I didn't. It's even better than my manifestation. Like, I mean, I was talking to you about hydroponics and building and having a farm and growing from farm to table, and eventually I want to do a whole experience for people where they come and eat here. And you know, it's literally going to be a farm to table experience.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my seasonal. So stay tuned.
That's sweet.
Thank you.
So you would say the whole process from like even the hiccups and the hurdles to contracts and you know disclosures, and that kind of like it worked out for you guys. Like
everything worked out. It was so easy, and of course your crew and everyone that you brought into us, between the loan, the fine, like everything was just so easy, and so everyone was so communicative. And because it was our first time, we didn't know all of the nooks and crannies, and we were not thinking, not intellectual. What's the word?
Experienced?
Not experienced, but we just didn't know about the in and outs of buying a home and all the forms that you need to sign. And it was just like between Natalia that helped us, and just everyone was always like so responsive and guiding us in what we need to do, and home insurance and warranty and fire and inspections, and you guys were on it. Like, and your referrals were the best referrals. So, and we're continuing to use them.
Great.
So, and letting people know as well about you.
Thank you. So I guess, is there anything that you could think of that may appear to be a negative of working with me? Like, is there anything that I could do to improve, or?
No.
Yeah, that's all the time we got. Thank you.
Honestly, I literally remember sitting in our old house in Valley Village in our kitchen at that round table, and we were about to cancel that first home. And you said, I'm going to fight for you. And I said, so fight for us. And you did. Like, there was I had no negative vibes. It was like always great. It's always been positive. And in fact, I think because of my husband really dealing with that house that we didn't get, you kept coming in and you're like, I told you we needed a month off. You gave us that month, but then you came back and you're like, okay, we have to get back on that horse. And I'm like, you're right. Keep finding us homes. And you did. And this was that home. This was the home after Carol Lane.
Right.
This was the home, and that was it. It was done. We were the two offers. It was us and someone else. And we even got a chance to meet her, because we were on the property looking at the house.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yes,
yeah.
And she saw us like these strangers in her house on her property. Right. And she's like, excuse me, who are you? And I'm like, oh, we want to buy your house.
Right. Yeah, we met the homeowner of this house at our first showing, and we were wandering around, because how many acres do we have here? Like 2?
2.5 acres.
We were wandering around on the acreage, and all of a sudden, Brenda, the homeowner, was like, can I help you?
Yeah, and we're like, hi, we want to buy a home. So that worked out, because it's very rare to meet the seller. Right. So, you know, like we also gave her we let her know who we are. So I think her meeting us also helped.
Yeah.
You know.
Which, to be honest, I've been using that to my advantage every time I could meet an actual seller at the property.
Yeah.
So.
Because she gets to know who we are, and we're family oriented. Her kids are much older. She was already, living here alone in this big house. And I think her knowing that we have 5 kids, helped motivate her decision to who she was giving it to.
Right.
It always helps to write a little letter too. So.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I mean, I really appreciate it, and I can't believe like what you guys have done with the place. But like,
you got to show before and after photos.
I know.
That's gonna be great.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank